Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Indiana Hoosiers. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Altmaier. Taking a shot on the first play. Brings it down on the right side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They want to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, first down and more. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! The extra point here would tie the game.
And, man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets him all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Tennessee Volunteers. Good old Rocky Top. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Offense in an empty set. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the right. Off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get the ball for the first time. And, David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches and some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Boise State Broncos. Now to my guys in the booth, take it away.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So Boise State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep it.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Boise State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Payne. Hard-hitting tackle.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Back to pass, it's Madsen. Quickly to the tight end. Ernie on the Jets. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
Ohio State 14, Boise State 9.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the silver bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
And the Broncos need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. He'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you can tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Arizona State Sun Devils. Fork 'em, Devils. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, lost one deep down the right side. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Big fella moving. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Ohio State 14, Arizona State 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Gave them a little room to work with before going out of bounds at the 10.
10-yard line. Offense facing 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Arizona State 0.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised, you definitely shouldn't be surprised.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And right down the middle.
Ohio State 19, Arizona State 0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Power football with the run. And it's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Finds his big tight end. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Georgia Bulldogs. What's that coming down the track? Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Wasting no time taking a shot. Pulls it in on the right. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Here's a hit. Oh, it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 9, Georgia 0.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. over the middle. It's Bell. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast.
Oh, a lot of space. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get it. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
Georgia, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Oh, the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting